And welcome back to Who Would Win. Technically, we're still in the week of Who Would Win, but I won't do a Who Would on Thursday. This one comes to us from Malcolm. Where's that name? Andrews. Well, that's the question: who would fight, Doctor Strange or Hit from Dragon Ball Super? So obviously, Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, is the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. He is a master of the mystic arts and is pretty much capable of, because it's magic, he's more or less capable of anything within a certain limit. Like, there's some things he can't. Like, he can't change the very fabric of, the universe itself. Although, in theory, if you really delved hard enough into, like, dark magic stuff, he could. But he can, you name it, he can pretty much do it. He can exorcise souls. He can imprison souls. He can energy blasts, energy shields, astral projection, flight, teleportation. You name it, he can pretty much do it. He's also a skilled martial artist in that he trained for in martial arts when he trained as Sorcerer Supreme. That being said, he is human. He's still bound by the limitations of a human. And this intel gives him a severe weakness. He can die. Hit's species is not known. He looks kind of like a generic Piccolo, Frieza, whatever character. We do know that he's over 1,000 years old, and he is one of the greatest assassin in the 6th universe. Hit's ability basically involves him stopping time for a severe series of times and hitting with invisible energy. Basically, he strikes for the vital points, and eventually, when he goes in for the kill, he strikes and goes, ultimately for the vital point and kills. He hits with invisible energy, which is very interesting. How he stops time, it's not really known how he actually does. We know with Guldo, he holds his breath to stop time, but with Hit, we actually don't know how he does it. What we do know is he started out only being able to stop time for about 0.1 seconds. Then it was 0.2, 0.3. Eventually he got to 1 second of stopping time. And now it seems like he can stop time indefinitely for a good chunk of time. Again, there's no true explanation how much he can stop time for, but it seems to be a pretty hefty amount. He can also make copies of himself, which hides his energy. Basically, and it seems as though what's happening is there's actual clones of him, but what he's actually doing is he's displacing himself in time. While his image is there, he's actually out of time. So basically, you just phase right through him. Now, Goku did ultimately manage to overcome this in their second fight. But that's not even his final ability. Every time he stops time, he's actually storing that time for later. Ultimately, what he did in the Tournament of Power is create a cage of time that was supposed to hold Jiren in place. Sadly, when that failed, Sadly, when that failed, he lost. But the reason it failed is that Jiren's power surpassed time itself, pretty much. So his master assassin, master martial artist, a very cool customer. So who would win in a fight here? Well, assuming Doctor Strange hits target, he comes after Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange isn't an idiot. He can sense things. He can sense displacements in time. So he senses Hit coming, and he probably prepares the Sanctum Sanctorum. Well, Hit eventually shows up and confronts him. Now, Doctor Strange knows that he is messing with time, so he's prepared to some degree. By the way, Time Stone really only exists with the MCU. Eye of Agamotto he has, but it's a different type of item. So they're probably having a battle of wits, and Hit does the time stop. Well, it doesn't. I don't think it goes the same because, as it normally does, as Doctor Strange, using his own time abilities, is prepared. And basically, they stop time together, and now they are within like a stop time dimension. Briefly, Hit wonders how he did this, but at the same time, he also remembers like you're said to be a sorcerer, right? Is this one of your abilities? It is indeed. I've stopped the time in this area just as you stopped time itself. I will not allow you. It's like my job here is not to. I will not allow myself to die here. I'm told you, from what I can tell, you can only stop time for a certain amount of for a certain period. But don't worry, no one will stop us here. And in the time skip, a time stop, Doctor Strange kind of has the edge because Hit can still hit with the invisible energy, but as long as Strange can sense the energy, which he could still sense, Doctor Strange can still do everything he wants in this frozen time space. Whereas all of Hit's abilities now kind of are moot because he can't do any time shenanigans because he's already doing time shenanigans. So that being said, Hit's still got many more years of experience over Doctor Strange, and he's still a far more skilled martial artist. So they probably rush in. He can still move at relativistic light speeds too, which is something Doctor Strange kind of can't do. So rushes in, goes for the lethal hit, does strike Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is able to avoid it though, because he is still a skilled martial artist himself, and he has shields up. So now they're going into a brawl, duking it back and forth. The invisible energy too can bypass physical objects, so it actually bypasses the shield at one point, hits Doctor Strange, doesn't get him in a lethal spot, but he does feels like ugh. Ultimately, Doctor Strange uses Change of Sidorak, basically binds Hit. It's like, do not worry, hit of whatever, where he's from, of the sixth universe, of multiverse, this, and this. You will not die. No, you'll be left here in this prison of time you've created. I did not create a prison of time. It's a different technique. It's like you can't. No, but you'll be left here. You're left here by your own spell and your own devices. And, he does a spell and keeps Hit basically imprisoned in his own time skip. So Doctor Strange, why does Doctor Strange win this? Well, initially when I thought of the fight, or when I looked at the fight, I'm like, I think Hit's going to take this, because I don't know if Doctor Strange really could counter the time skip. That'd be the one big issue we'd have. Keiji time, probably could counter that. The time clones things, that he could counter too. The invisible energy, that's fine too. It's the time skip that was the problem. But Doctor Strange is no stranger to time shenanigans. He can sense these things and he can prepare. And that we also have to take into consideration the personalities. Doctor Strange is someone who would prepare, and Hit, we know, will not kill someone without looking them in the eye. It's like it's a professional courtesy. So it makes sense that Hit's going to try to kill him face to face, not like, try to sneak up behind him or anything like that. So that's going to be a detriment to him as well. So ultimately, yeah, I'm going Doctor Strange in this fight. Mostly just because he's going to have more overall abilities. He's dealt with time shenanigans before, and he'll be able to prepare because he'll be able to sense it coming. So that's my thought on the fight. What's your thought? Hit or Doctor Strange? Put in the comments below. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything to do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. I'll see you folks next time. Hit that bell if you want to be notified.